Hello, and time for more Skies Above Britain. Okay, so we've gone through the dogfighting phase. We've gone through the... I'm gonna go scrub my nails a little better so I don't look so bad. Hang on. Alright, a little better. So we've been through the dogfight cycle. We've been through the bomber cycle. Now it is time to start to put it all together. Not quite everything yet. Well, we're gonna start a little bit here with scenario 10, which is taking us through the interruption sequence without an escort. So we won't worry too much about that. So let's take a look at this interception. Scenario 10, appropriately called No Escort. 12 August 1940, Fighter Command scrambles 610 Squadron and vectors it to a raid estimated at 6+, headed toward RAF Limpna. This action begins at the moment Squadron leader John Ellis spots the raid's 9 Dornier 17s and radios tally-ho. Your squadron trails the bomber formation. You must decide what orders to give your Spitfires and how to make your approach. Your squadron has 12 Spitfires. Okay. And here's our interception sequence. And we start with orders. And there's 3 possible orders to give your formations. Right now we have 1 formation. It's set up in the trailing position. And you have to remember that you are allowed to split them up. We have 12 fighters. You can split them into flights of A or B, like that. So it's 6 in one, 6 in the other. You can even break them down into individual sections like the green, but we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it simple and keep the entire squadron together. And so we need to give them an order. And so just 1 order for the entire squadron. Now, the 3 choices are... We could send them to suppress or eliminate the escort, engage the escort, I guess you would. There's no escort, so obviously we're not going to choose that. We could choose to intercept the bombers, which we would do. However, going back here, let's pop this out a little bit. This is really not an ideal position to intercept the bombers. It's a high roll you have to roll to succeed at it, and it's a pretty high roll, and it also puts a tail penalty on you if you make it. That where you have to draw a hit. If you draw a hit marker, you have to draw a second one, or if it's higher, you have to take that one. So that's the penalty for that. Tail's a little better, but again, that penalty is there. But trailing kind of stinks, and it's really easy to fail in there. So this round, we're not going to intercept the bombers. Now, one thing you have to consider, this is where one of the big choices are. You know, there are meaningful choices in this game. And one of those is, has this bomber formation dropped its bombs yet? You always want to try to catch them before they've dropped their bombs, because there's a lot more victory points in it, and obviously that's the main mission, is to keep them from bombing people. Imagine that. But that's not a factor in this scenario. That all gets into the raid track, which will be the next thing we're going to get into. But it's completely ignored for now. We can take our time and find a better position. So if we're back to our intercept sequence, our 3rd order is to cruise. And that's what you use when either you're not ready to attack or you want to move to a different position, something a little more advantageous. And so that is our order. You can also put it, up here on the squadron display. First, you deal with, and of course you resolve these in the order that you gave them. That is to say, you resolve escort interception first, bombers next, and cruise last. So the thing is, there's no escort this time. If there were, we'd have to roll some dice and risk getting intercepted and all that. But since there's no escort, we can move literally anywhere we'd like with no problem, and go to any altitude we like. And just for fun, because I have not done it before, I'm going to have them cruise all the way to the nose position and go high altitude. Now there could be a penalty for being in low position. That's for nose position, there's no disruptions on the first round. And we don't want that. We want to be able to disrupt. So that is just a cruise order in general. And so we've finished the orders phase. So we've changed our position. We don't attack anything yet because here we are in the sequence, and it's very important to follow this sequence so you don't get confused. So we already passed the bomber phase when you would actually do that, so the cruise comes last. And so we just did that, and now we're into the entropy phase. If we were in the bomber phase, which we're not, that means you're in the middle there, we would attack again. Escort reaction, there is no reaction, although if we were in the bomber formation, we would still draw a card for that. But we'll worry about that later. And finally, chase, this is if you've lost contact with the formation, you can kind of reform and go back. Patrol complete, and the answer is going to be no. So we push on. We have to spend fuel. Our fuel is up here. And we move it down one. And that'll happen each turn. You gotta watch your fuel, or you run out down here and you may end up bailing out. All right, escort recovery is if we suppressed a escort, it would stop being suppressed. Escort, as they run out of range, like especially the Messerschmitt 109s, they're gonna start leaving. Good for us, but they've usually already dropped their bombs before that. Channel patrol, we'll worry about that when we get to it. It's not going to happen this time. Reform, lost contacts, we'll worry about that later because these aren't really factoring in. And raid vector, that's also part of the it's not part of this scenario, so we're not worrying. So we're going to swirl again. And we are back at the orders phase. And the order we're going to give this time, as you can imagine, is bombers. So first stage comes escort, there's none. Now we're at the bomber phase. Now we are trying to intercept this bomber formation. All right, what do we need to do that? All right, intercept bombers chart, that's what we need. And so we find those, not the flank. Find the position your formation is in. You find your altitude. We are high. And then we find, you look at all the escort stations that are full of enemy. There's none, so we go actually over here on the no escort. And we roll one die, and we don't spend any fuel. If we were low, we'd have to spend fuel. And we see we need a 3 or higher, which is not going to be hard. Now, if you look through all these charts and all these big numbers here, especially when the 109s that are, high and things like that. You can see they're very big numbers. And so sometimes it is worth it to, position yourself before you go in for the attack so that you don't fail and have to go through the whole rigmarole again and get pounced on by escorts. It does allow a reroll, so if we miss, you can spend a fuel and try again. And there's also a bonus for Out of the Sun, which we're not going to worry about right now. We don't have that bonus. And instead, we're just going to roll this here dice, and we're trying to get a 3 or higher. And boom, 11. So we've succeeded, and the bomber formation has entered. The R formation has pounced on this bomber formation. This comes off. That is an important step. That there are the state in which there are no formations of yours on this map is an important state for when considering various things, so that's something to pay in mind. And once you go into the bomber formation, all these guys come over here. Here's the bomber formation that we're going to fight. Here's our 12 fighters. We pull them off the squadron display. We don't need them because they are no longer functioning as Vic formations. They're just going in, and we're just going to smack anything we can. Okay, so move that over here a little bit. And we fight our first round from the nose, high. Now, the high doesn't matter at this point. It would only have mattered if it was low, in which case there would be a penalty for this first round. But not. So, let's throw some fighters at these bombers. I'll just edit that. Ready to attack. And we're concentrating on these two bomber tiles. And let's get started. red, blue, or green, red, blue, blue 3, and we'll attack this bomber first. And we pull up the card, and this is the nose. Oh, I got the feeling we're gonna have a lot of C results. Now, okay, first we're gonna resolve this damage. And the damage is an engine. This is an engine for the Spitfire. That is gonna fall out of formation. But let's go ahead and, well, no, I'll forget if I trying to find a way not to forget stuff. Okay, Dornier, give me a Dornier. Now we'll try it like that. We also have a disruption because we have well more than 5. This is all gonna. So they are separate. And then I'm going to resolve this collision. Hopefully, blue 3 did not collide into the Dornier. I think there's going to be a lot of C's for nose attacks. He did not, so he's going to pass through. And his bomber is actually down here now. And that's it for him. Oh, I need a fallen marker right there. There. Okay, we're ready to move on to blue leader. We're down to this column now. On the nose, green pilot. Nope, doesn't count. And we have a low ammo result. Oh, wait, wrong guy. Oh, yeah, he's the bomber. Oops. Okay, so we are actually attacking here, and nothing happens. So, like that. All right, moving on to blue 2. Down here, wow, the same result as last time. Low ammo. Make sure I get that on there, or I'll forget. We do have at least 3, so we are going to knock him off the chart, off the out of the formation, and that's what it looks like afterwards. Just edit that out so you don't have to watch all of that. And did I put a low? No, wait a minute. So now yellow 2 is going to attack a single bomber. And that is damage and low ammo, as always. And a damage. Here we go. What do we got? Wing. Okay. So they both attacked. Alright. Alright, we have a yellow leader attacking. Whoop. And we're down to the single because he's disconnected, so he's a lone bomber now. And damage and low ammo. There's the low ammo marker, and we need damage. The answer is shot on the wing. You can roll a 12 here. Nope. Okay, let's clean this up. Alright, that's me consolidating. We still have to do the yellow 3 attack on this bomber here. And damage and low ammo. Boy, boring, huh? Same results each time. And the damage is another wing. Okay, and he has gone through. All right, now we're down to this little group here. Let's tighten up. There we go. All right, that looks a little better. Okay, red leader. Whoop. Oh, wait a minute. We are fighting a continuous. See, these guys have not disconnected yet. On the nose, green 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. So nothing happens. Red 3. Boom. Yep. Damage, return fire, and another 10. Okay, so damage. Wing. Return fire, unfortunately. Hit 8 on the cockpit. Ugh. Alright. And that's all that happens. Again, 10. We didn't make it. This little attack is starting to crack up. Okay, red 2, go. All right, this is a little better. Damage, return fire. Okay, damage. Fuselage. Return fire. Green doesn't count. And yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are going to disconnect or disrupt that. And so the next one is all 3 are disrupted. That's part of the best victory conditions. And finally, we still have green 2 firing here now. Return fire, low ammo. And yeah, let me think about this. Return fire. Lost contact. Does that happen immediately? Oh, what? It's just lost contact. It's not a hit. Okay. Let me think about that. Yeah, just removed from the bomber formation. Now he did distress this 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he did distress this unit, so that's bomber's gonna fall out of formation. Another Dornier down here. Lone. Right there, I guess. And it's time for a green leader. His attack is, and he's attacking. No, this is still a full. This is still got 2 in the group, so we're just down here. So damage, low ammo, and more distress. And damage. Wing. And yes, it's gonna fall out. All right, there we are after consolidating everything. And finally we have a green 3 making an attack on a solitary bomber. He only gets a return fire, yay. All right, and the result is hit on the cockpit for a 9. Ugh, that's a stinker. Okay, and that's all the attacks. Therefore, we are all disengaged, like so. We have to do our hit checks. We got 2. Let's start with, I guess, cockpit of 8. 11, all right. Pew! And a cockpit of 9. No, he's green 3 is going to the fate box. All right, finished our bomber. Round 1. Crews, there's none, because we're the only group formation out there. Now we're into the entropy phase. The nice thing is we're go straight back to another bomber formation run, and we go through the cycle one more time. So you get your two really good shots in before the escorts can really do a whole lot. So we're going to do the same thing again. We've already isolated all of them. Now we want to just put down bombers, so I'm probably going to just ignore this and just go for the loose bombers and try to sink as many as we can. Okay, let's see how that would look. Let me just edit. Alright, we're coming in for our next attack. I got 2 on each of these fighters. We need to bring down 4 for the victory. Might be a little tricky, and you'll notice I've turned the bombers pointing that way because I want to do flank attack. I can't do a nose attack again. I'd have to do a delay. Same with the tail, but I can do instantaneously if I go to the side. So let's start with that. Red 3, firing. Lone bombers all the way. Starboard port, we hit the dorsal. Gunner. And return fire. Hit. 6 on the wing. Red leader fires. Damage, low ammo. Hey, good. He got the low ammo when he still got space for it. Damage. That's this cup here. Pull it up, and we get fuselage. Well, we're almost there. Well, okay. So that's these guys. So we fired. Okay. We'll go with green leader now. Green leader fires. Same thing, damage low ammo. And now he's out of ammo. Stinks. Damage. Wing. Red 2. Fires. Damage low ammo. Damage low ammo, damage low ammo, damage low ammo. Seems to be a pattern here. Wing for 12. These are Spitfires. I'm using the correct side here. Let's see if we can, come on, 12. Nope. All right, pass through. Okay, we're up here now. We have blue leader firing. Get him. Jammed and possibility of a collision. All right, so there. Do they collide? Are they Power Man 5000? All right, nope. Okay, so blue 3 coming in. Damage, low ammo. Low ammo. And I could really use an engine hit here. This would be great because that'll bring him down. That'll help us. Fuselage. Okay. Fuselage. Somebody help me pronounce that. Okay, so here we are at yellow 2. Damage, low ammo. I'm running out of low ammo marker. Oh, wait a minute, he's out of ammo now. But he did do a damage before that. Yes, that's the way I do the order. And that's fuselage for a 12, and we roll again. 10. Nope, no dice. No dice, literally. Okay. And blue 2, firing. Dunk. Damage, and only damage. Yeah, good, you didn't run out of ammo on me. 10 on the wing, and we roll that. 9, boy. Just can't get a break on these catastrophe rolls. Okay, it's time for yellow 3, firing. And it's dorsal and low ammo. And he is already low ammo, so he goes to no ammo. And we do have, no, that's a dorsal hit. Dorsal hit right there. Comes through. Spam is calling me. And finally, yellow leader fires, and he's going to get a damage and a low ammo. He's going to be out of ammo, but not before he does his damage. Well, that's going to kill him. So that's 4 hits on him. So we got one of them. All right. Everybody disengages. And we have 1 hit we need to check here. 6. Oh, come on. Okay. That's a wing hit. He's gone. Red 3. Try to live. All right. All right, we've disengaged and then back to this sequence of play. Always follow. Always follow. That's the entry. We did the bomber. Escort reaction does happen. Yes, because they are in the bomber formation. So we do draw one of these cards because there's information, more information than just the escorts. So we grab one. Here we go. This is no sun. This, oh yeah, this is in the clouds. Let me make sure that double check that. Yeah, clouds, no sun, which may be a problem because we have to roll against this. And if it comes up, it did. Man, the bomber formation has escaped in the clouds. That means the our whole formation has lost contact. And the nasty thing about that is we do not have the chase option available to us, and I'll show you what that means. So we have the bomber formation, we did escort reaction, chase. Yeah, rule on page 36. Chase is no longer permitted during this patrol, the whole kit and caboodle. This means the only option we have during chase is to return to base. I mean, there's no point hanging around. We can't get them. Yeah. So that ends the scenarios. Well, cut us a little short. And we didn't get quite as many bombers. We're supposed to get 4 of them. We did, okay, let me see here. And we got the bungled result. One of your bomber or more of your bomber RFA fighters are in the fate boxes. And we got 2 of them. If all 3 bomber tiles are isolated, it was worth the price. Okay, we did do that. Okay, I'll give credit for that. But yeah, that is kind of the interception sequence. Kind of a short interception sequence. We weren't expecting for the formation to escape in the clouds, but you know, such is. All right, well, let's move on. And well, this is when I'm going to go ahead and record the final scenario, and that'll end our scenario series. But I'm going to go ahead and break it up. So I'm going to stop it right here and post this, upload this, and I'm going to get right on doing the final one here. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.